Salutations everyone, this is Razor13 here giving you the SMG rundown of Modern Warfare 3. This is my thoughts analysis video on the submachine guns, and or as I like to call the heckler and coach guns, because half of these submachine guns are from Germany. And we start off right off here with the MP5. It is making its return to Call of Duty after it being a fan favorite in COD 4. It was by far the best submachine gun there, so a lot of people pretty jazzed to see this gun back. Fully automatic, close range. You can put a suppressor on it, put extended mags. It's gonna be a pretty good gun, guys. It's the first one you unlock, so it's a great introduction to the rest of them. A lot of people are going to be picking this just because it was their favorite gun in COD 4, because in COD 4 the MP5 and M16 kind of ruled that game pretty much when it came to SMGs and assault rifles, and so you're going to see a lot of people sticking with the MP5, but you might be seeing a lot of people going on to the next gun, which is the UMP45, the successor to the MP5 by Heckler & Koch, developed in the 90s. Of course, it could fire the pistol round, the ACP rounds, but UMP45, we know from Modern Warfare 2, was probably the best submachine gun because it had such great damage, very little recoil. You throw up a suppressor on this thing, and it was really hard to beat in any instance. And it's very accurate, high damage, slower fire rate than the MP5, but it also looks like it'll be more mobile with this gun. From what I've seen, what I've heard from Call of Duty XP, the UMP45 was the submachine gun of choice. Of course, they didn't get to use them all, but the UMP45, you can expect this gun to be similar to it was in Modern Warfare 2. It's going to be as powerful as the one in Modern Warfare 2, I can tell you that right now, because in Modern Warfare 3, they did something different with the submachine guns, is that they dropped off the damage over range to a much greater degree than it has been in previous games. So you won't be able to snipe people cross map with a suppressed UMP45 with just a couple of bullets like you could in Modern Warfare 2. So it's nice to see a little balance bring into the game, and most of the maps that were shown in COD XP were very close quarters, so submachine guns were very popular. And Modern Warfare 3, they really want some size gun on gun, and they're going to have a lot of small maps with high action, because that's what Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer games think that people want. More maps like Nuketown. That was by far the most popular map in Black Ops, because you can get killed and kill so very quickly. So UMP45, expect this to be the most used submachine gun, and it's going to be a pretty darn good one as well. Next up, we have the PP90, which is an odd-looking gun. It's a fully automatic, very high fire rate. It features a helical magazine of between, there's the 32-round box magazine, and there's the 64-round helical magazine. From what I remember, it had a pretty large magazine in Call of Duty XP, so you might be seeing this 64-round high fire rate beast Russian submachine gun designed by, with the 9x19 millimeter parabellum round. This could be a pretty good gun. It was used quite a lot by some good players and had high fire rate. Recoil is, something to watch out for, of course, with all high fire rate guns, but this has, it looks like decent iron sights, but hopefully there's some attachments to help people out here, and obviously proficiencies as well. And with high fire rate and a large magazine, or case as it is in this, because it's the part that you grip on the gun with your non-trigger hand is actually the round holder for the gun. That's where all the bullets are kept, and so pretty interesting. It's the high fire rate gun. There's always one of them, like the Scorpion or the Vector, and it looks like it's going to be the PP90 M1 from Russia. So let's go on to the P90. As you know, this is SMG from Belgium, and Belgians love making their guns look hella weird. But the P90 is quite a common gun in all shooter games, and it's a very good one. I had a chance in Modern Warfare 2 to experience this gun very much, and it is probably my favorite SMG towards the later life of Modern Warfare 2. Throw a suppressor on this baby. It's got a real decent magazine, high fire rates, very accurate, high damage, and it was just awesome. So I'm excited to get this gun back in my hands. I didn't get to use it as long as I wanted in Modern Warfare 2 because, you know, everyone was so focused on UMP-45 and all the assault rifles, but P90, super awesome weapon, unlocked at level 38. It's going to be a great gun. I suggest throwing the suppressor on this bad boy. It's got pretty good iron sights too, and manageable recoil, and a high fire rate, so you know that's going to be a pretty lethal combination, and it's different from the first 3 submachine guns, which is nice to see some variety. And so next up we have the PM9 submachine gun, unlocked at level 56. Looks like here. It's a totally different submachine gun from anything else we've seen in the rest of Call of Duty's. It's a Japanese 9mm machine pistol. Based off of you know, Israel's Mini Uzi design. It's got you know, the same barrel system, and so you know, it's a pretty cool looking gun. You know, nice and compact, little submachine gun from Japan. We haven't seen very many, if at all, Japanese guns in Call of Duty. If I can remember correctly, I haven't seen one yet. Well, this looks like a pretty good gun. It's not nice damage. Fire rate not as fast as the PP90 or the P90, but expect this to be a pretty nice gun. Hopefully, it's not just a throwaway like the Mini Uzi was in Modern Warfare 2, or say the Uzi was in, you know, Black Ops. You know, it's if they only have 6 SMGs, which is a lot less than there was in Black Ops, and there was only 6 in Modern Warfare 2, but they were all pretty usable. And so hopefully this is a good one as well. No one got to use this in COD XP, so we don't know exactly how it handles, and it'll be pretty interesting to see what it's like. And the last submachine gun you unlock at level 74 is the MP7. A lot of people are really excited about this gun, and it seems like it's going to be a pretty good gun. Also developed by Heckler & Koch, you know, the German submachine gun manufacturing machine that they are over there. It looks like you know, a really tiny assault rifle. If you look at it carefully, you can definitely see this thing. If you expand it, it definitely looks like it'd be an assault rifle. You know, put into production in 2001 as a rival to the P90, actually, for the NATO forces. And you know, it looks like it's got some good accuracy, high damage, and you know, comparable range to all the other submachine guns. And this looks like a gun that you can really mess around with the attachments, because it looks like a really good overall SMG with that you know, has good accuracy, good damage, and a slower fire rate. So you might be seeing this actually one of the higher damage submachine guns, and it's just going to be really cool. A lot of people are really excited about the MP7, so it's good to see people hyped up about this. Unfortunately for them, it's the last of submachine gun that you do unlock. But you know, it is what it is. Everyone's going to have their favorite submachine gun. It looks like the submachine gun is going to be a lot more important in Modern Warfare 3 because all the maps shown so far have been really small, and I think we can expect a pretty good portion of the maps in Modern Warfare 3 to be real close quarters maps. And so submachine guns are expected by many to reign supreme in this game. I'm not too sure about that, but as opposed to Black Ops, you know, I think they're going to be a much more viable option, especially with the built-in stopping power. And it's good to see some variety and not just some useless SMGs that they threw in there just to have, you know, more than 6. So SMGs, pretty awesome. It's going to be great to put a suppressor on these guys and not having to worry about you know, getting kills with them because of the built-in stopping power and because of the pretty large magazines that most of these guys carry. And it's good to see some variety in the fire rate as well. So we'll see how the MP7 and the PM9 are in game. We're pretty familiar with the PM90, the MP5, and UMP45, and the PP90M1 looks like a really nice gun to add into the mix. So that's the rundown, my thoughts on the SMG, guys. Be sure to stay tuned while I go over the sniper rifles in game. So be sure to leave a comment below on what you think about these puppies, and I'll see you guys later.